Hi, I'm Gaby Gamez, art therapist and founder of Annie Creative Studio for Wellness. We are bringing you a 4-part series sponsored by the McNay Art Museum and Mind Science. In this episode, we will create together, as the process of art making provides self-reflection, stress reduction, brain health, and overall wellness. In today's episode, we will be creating mandalas and zentangles. Staying away from the urge to plan allows us to have more freedom within our movements, thus providing relaxation and stress reduction. The repetitive movements through the zentangles and mandala experience will lead you into a place to be present and focused in the here and now. For materials today, you will need 2 sheets of paper and a black marker or a gel pen. Let's create. So we're going to start today with a progressive relaxation and breathing exercise, a very brief one, just to introduce you to what it is, and we'll check how that feels afterwards. So I'm going to invite you to be in a chair in a comfortable position, both feet on the ground. If you like, you can close your eyes, allowing no distractions to get in the way and interfere. We're going to take one deep breath through our nose. You're going to hold it and exhale through your mouth. We're going to do another deep breath through our nose. Once our lungs are filled, we're going to hold it, and then we're going to slowly release through our mouth. Breathe in, hold, release. This time, as we are breathing in, I like for you guys to be more conscious of how our lungs are expanding when the air is coming in. And also be more aware of what is happening to your body, what is moving internally as the air comes out. Are you ready? Here we go. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out slowly. Noticing again our lungs. We're going to take one last deep breath. And this time, as we exhale, we are going to push the air out quick, and we're going to make a sound of relief. So if you are surrounded by people right now, and you're feeling a little bit intimidated on making a sound, perhaps you can try this in the car on the way home, or at night when you're in the room if you're by yourself, or in the shower, or in a place where you feel more comfortable. If you're surrounded by people and you want to invite them to take in this experience, maybe perhaps everyone can take a 2-second break and breathe in. How'd that feel? How about we do it again? Breathe in. One more time. This last time, we're going to exhale, making that sound. And we're going to puff all that air out as long as we can. Breathe in. That was just awakening for our lungs. We're going to slowly do a progressive breathing relaxation on an entire body, and then we're going to move on to bring some relaxation on our paper. I invite you to close your eyes again, ground your feet on the floor, get yourself as comfortable as you can on a chair, wherever you are. We're going to take some air in through our nose. And we're going to allow that air to travel inside our bodies. Choose your favorite color, a color that brings you peace, a color that you enjoy, a color that represents health to you. And we're going to welcome the air filled with that beautiful color that you chose. And it's going to travel through our nostrils, up towards our eye section, and our head, and out through our mouth. You breathe again, beautiful color, bringing peace and health and joy through our nose, down through our throat, opening the airflow through our shoulders and out through our mouth. We welcome clean, pure, fresh air through our nose. Envision that air dancing down through our lungs, our rib cage, and out through our mouth. We slowly are moving down that air through our nose. Don't rush the process. Let the air explore every single corner inside your body and bring fresh, pure, clean, peaceful air to your hips, your thighs, and out through your mouth. Allow your shoulders to fall down heavy, your hands to stay relaxed and opened. Bringing air through our nose, down through our knees and our calves. And as the air is traveling down, we're going to imagine a little door right on the tip of our toe. It can be the big toe. And we're going to allow the air to flow in through our nose. That beautiful color that you chose remains still clear and pure. It's traveling all the way through our body, dancing its way around in every single corner of our organs until it finds its way out through your toes. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your bottom on the chair. Slowly wiggle your fingers of your hand. And remind yourself where you are. Allowing yourself to slowly open your eyes to be back in the room. Hopefully everyone feels very relaxed right now. And with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and open our journal or pull a sheet of paper. And today's invitation is going to be the creation of Zentangles or Mandalas. These are practices that allow us to remain focused on the here and now. The repetitive movements allow us to feel relaxed, to feel present. So we're going to start off by learning what Zentangles can do, or what they are, which are basic line movements in a paper that become repetitive. So you can create a couple of squares on your piece of paper. And perhaps as you're creating the squares, just the repetitive movement of creating squares can feel relaxing. Let's not focus if the square is perfect, if the lines are straight, if they're aligned. The purpose of our exercise is to feel the process and enjoy the process. We're going to choose a box, and inside the box, we're going to choose a line. Any line that comes to mind. It can be a zigzag, a scribble, a curved line, dotted line. Whichever line you choose, you want to repeat that line as many times as you can within the box. And this is, again, a very meditative practice. There is absolutely no rush to fill in the space. You want to allow yourself to remain focused on this item. I chose a very basic start, which is a horizontal line inside my square. How'd that feel for you? What did you notice? Are you ready for another one? So what you want to try and remind yourself as you're doing these Zentangles is basically creating like a repetitive pattern. Your movement, repetitive movement, is what's going to allow you to keep that relaxing state. And allow yourself to be surprised with what's created. We are not forcing the image. The image is being born as we go. I'm not introducing another style of line. I'm just choosing to repeat what I already started. Now, perhaps I'm not ready to let go and move on to my next box. This image for me is inviting me to stay a little bit longer. I feel like I want to create another repetitive movement within this image. So I'm going to go ahead and stay here. And once again, I don't feel that I'm at a stopping point in this particular square. So I continue creating and building. I started off my new square. And I chose my initial line. And without rushing it, without overthinking it, just come back to the image and repeat. The goal of these exercises with a Zentangle is to maintain this relaxing, meditative state. You can make your line thicker. You can play with the contrast, meaning your blacks or whites, or depending whatever colors you're using, that there's a point of maybe one color overpowering a little bit the other one, or playing in and out. And you start filling in the space. And you can create as many squares as you want. you can keep going, you can pause, you can come back. At the end of the practice or the process, my hope is that you found a moment of joy, a moment of peace, a moment of grounding and building presence, and can allow you to move on and carry on with the rest of your day with a more peaceful mind. Along with the Zentangles, there is another practice that helps to bring peace in a very meditative type of practice as we are drawing or creating marks on paper. And we're going to do a little bit of a varied type of mandala where you can track your mood. It can be called a mood mandala. You can track your mood throughout the month. So on a piece of paper and with a round object, you can create a circle. A circle is really a container. Has no beginning and no end. And so circular shapes and circular movements bring a lot of peace as we're doing them. And you can create 30 or 31 circles within your circle. So I'm just going to create a couple so I can guide you to what the process would look like. But if these were to be my circles for each day of the month, what this practice can help with is tracking what your mood is throughout the month. Sometimes we really don't know what the entire month is day by day. It just feels either heavy or happy or peaceful. So this allows you to dive in on the different emotions that we go throughout the day. And we're going to have a little tab on the side of it that indicates different feelings. So you can assign a different color to an emotion. And think about the things that you typically feel throughout the day, or what are your most common emotions. And you can assign a color. So for example, red can be anger. And each color might have a different meaning for each person. So whatever that color means to you, you can assign it. Yellow can be joy. And again, these are just colors I'm choosing in tired. Blue can be calm. And so on. You can make your list of all sorts of emotions. And so what the mood mandala does is at the end of the day, if you want to reflect how your day was before you go to bed, and think about what was the most persistent emotion you had that day. So if overall that day it was just a very tiring type of day, then you would, depending on the day you are in, so if you're in day number 1 of the month and day felt super, super exhausting and very tiring, I'm going to start creating my marks on the first rim. So I can choose a symbol that can represent along with my color that I felt very tired that particular day. You come back the next day, you end your day thinking and processing and reflecting on what the day felt. And maybe that day, overall, you were very calm. So you go to your next ring and create your little symbol that's going to go around. And you can think about, okay, what were the things that made me calm that day? You can reflect a little bit further on, why do I think I felt very calm? What contributed to my calmness? Acknowledge those moments as you are going around with your circle, and so on. So at the end of the month, you're going to have all of your circles. Each one is going to be representing the feeling for that day. So you'll be able to sit and evaluate or reflect on your month. And were there any emotions that were repeated? Any emotions that you felt more than one day? Do you have a pattern? Do you usually maybe feel a day that you're super calm, and is there a pattern that typically then the next day you explode and you're super angry? And this tracking of emotions allows you to get to know yourself a little bit better, allows you to reflect on what are the things that trigger these different feelings while you are in a state of relaxation and a state of openness to accept and welcome those feelings. So I hope this helps you in your journey as we are facing many emotions throughout the days with the ongoing changes that we have in our environment. And I hope this practice allows you to stay and fill your heart with peace. Until next time.